All right, Carter, you think the auto trade, I can guess that you think the auto trade is done based on what you just said.
Well, I don't think there ever
was a trade, but
we're going to look at it.
Walk us over there.
So the interesting thing is you've got winners that are really doing quite well, and obviously others that are doing poorly. There's a great ETF that captures this if one wants to trade it. And in fact, it's a very cute symbol, CARS, C-A-R-Z.
That's cute.
And it is the Global Auto Index. It's 32 stocks. It's $1 trillion. And it's the names that you know. I mean, and here they are. Let's just roll through this quickly in alphabetical order. BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Ford, GM, Honda, all big names. You can picture them. You know what their products are. Hyundai, Kia, Mazda, Nissan, Peugeot. Let's keep going. Porsche, Subaru, Toyota, Tesla, among others. But that's just a handful of the big ones. And here is that chart. I mean, it has all the elements of a bearish to bullish reversal. A long downtrend scalloping out, turning, bottoming. But is it? So it's weighted towards Toyota and Tesla. The two are 25%. If you equal weight all of those, from Subaru to Mazda to Nissan and so forth, take a look at what the chart actually turns into next. There is no bottom. So it's being overly influenced by a few names that are pulling up. Let's look at longer term. Here's the CARS ETF as constructed by the owner of that ETF. And the betting is, of course, in the world that this is just like 2016. We had an industrial earnings recession and then China scare and the world improved. This is just like 2016 and that we're coming out. So if that's the analog, it should hold up with the equal weight. Does it hold up? Here comes the equal weight index. It does not. In 2016, we did turn. This time, no, sir. It is making new lows. Something's wrong.
All right, let's trade it.
Well, you know, it's interesting. So, and Carter, I don't know if you looked at the chart of BMW, or if we can bring it up, but BMW, which is I think the third or fourth highest weighting in the CARS ETF, that chart looks very similar. And to me, it's very emblematic of course, the European indices, which of course the big industrial part of owning the DAX is really in Daimler, BMW, and some other industrial names. But to me, if you're looking for some real global acceleration, and much in the way we saw European bourses starting to rally before we ran into the coronavirus, I think that's part of the trade. And I think BMW and Daimler are traded more as proxy plays for the German economy, and therefore I think those charts look kind of interesting.
It's interesting. I'm dropping names again, but I have to quickly. So I was at Columbia University. It's up on 114th Street, up that way.
It's no George.
And it was, no, it's not. But with that nice school nonetheless. But with that said, there were 4 power pitches, and one of them was for a company called Carvana by a very interesting gentleman. I don't want to get into the details, but take a look at this stock into earnings. It's had a huge run to the upside with a monster short interest as a report towards the end of the month. So, again, not to get into the brutal details of this, but do a little homework on Carvana over the weekend into earnings at the end of February.
So a couple of takeaways real quick. So what I think is interesting is your index backstory there. You have to look at these ETFs that you're buying, because when you have it so overweighted with Tesla, you don't know what you're buying, and you see a pullback in Tesla, and you have no clue why you just caved in your investment that you thought looked so great.
And you thought you were capturing a theme, but you really got 2 stocks.
Exactly. And when you look at Toyota Motors, even though the chart looks better than the entire industry's chart, other than Tesla, of course, when you look at it, it's only up a little over a percentage point. So they've fought a lot of grinding. It's leveled out here. It's building a base. But keep an eye on that one, too, because that's binary as well.